Having a reactive dog is so emotionally draining. One week I think we've cracked the code. Great behavior. OMG, finally my dog is getting it. Then there's today. He attacked another one of the dogs in the house. Here's another one. I worry about the potential harm he can inflict on dogs, and now I'm not sure if he's okay with children either. Here's another one. Oh my. My dog has bitten so many times, rehoming her is basically impossible. She's sweet 90% of the time, but 10% is too much of a risk, and I don't know where to go from here. This one. The pain, frustration, mentally draining, consistent dirty looks is a lot. It's hard work, and months of hard work can be undone with just one small incident. Here's another one down here. I would love to take her to dog parks or small groups because I think it would help her energy, but I can't trust her. We're working every day. We are in dog school since he came to me, and he is still reactive. I'm disappointed in myself because I obviously did something wrong. Oh, and my biggest fear came true. These are some comments and posts from a Facebook group, and I've been a part of that group, and I can honestly say these comments, these posts hit me so hard. Mostly because honestly, I've been there. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've had that dog. But I've been there. I know the pain and the embarrassment and the frustration and the overwhelm and the worry of just constantly like, who's going to be around the corner and what's going to happen. I have been the person with the dog that bit someone. And so I know the guilt around that. And so today I thought I would talk about just where do we start? If you are in it, if this resonates with you and you are in this right now, you're in this cycle of constantly doing all the things, all the training, all the socialization, all of the triggers and the thresholds and all the things, and you are just overwhelmed and just over it, this episode is for you. We're talking about how to reset when you have a fear-reactive dog. Let's get into it. Are you worried that your fearful dog may hurt someone or something else? Do you have to prepare just to take a walk around the block? Hi, I'm Tracy, and I too had that dog. The one that you could only walk at nighttime when no one else was around. And I felt ashamed, and oh gosh, I wish that people could just see the dog that I know and love. I wanted the confidence to be able to walk my dog and not have to worry about who or what was around the corner. And I kept telling myself that if I just keep doing obedience drills and distracting with treats, that things would get better. Until I found the secret. Fear is not something that you can train out of a dog. In this podcast, you will find tips to help build your dog's confidence naturally, communication and understanding to foster that trust, and how to address those fear-based behaviors effectively so that you can enjoy a stress-free life with your dog. So if you're ready, stop chopping those chicken wieners, grab your notebook, and let's get to it. Hello, and welcome. It is Tracy. Welcome to Beyond Obedience. I am so glad that you are here. Whew! Did those Facebook posts not punch you in the gut? Gosh, they punched me in the gut. I have been doing some research. I've been interviewing some people. I have been following along in, Facebook support groups and whatnot for, fearful dogs, fear-reactive dogs. And here's just some of the words pulled from those posts. And let me just share these with you a little bit. Emotionally draining, crying, worried, frustration, stress, anxiety, fear, scared, defeated, angry, helpless, hopeless, disheartened, defeated, overwhelmed, guilt, embarrassment, isolation, pain, discouraged, sadness, shame, panic, questioning, setbacks, letdowns, failure, suffering, freaking out, tense, and anxious. Oh, those are some words that are coming from my research, talking to owners that have fear or fear reactive dogs. And it is the inspiration behind my upcoming boot camp. I want to help. I so badly want to help. The one thing that I can say is whenever I read these posts, all I can think of is like, oh, that's not what living with dogs should be like. Right? And I know that's not what you imagine. And this comes from a place of understanding. I have been there. I have had the dog that bit the person. I have had the dog that was unconfident and freaked out. I've had a lot of dogs, my friends. I've had a lot of dogs. And so this is a 28-year journey of learning and helping. And I am excited for this upcoming boot camp. The boot camp is called Calm Down, Dog Boot Camp. But if you are struggling with a fearful or reactive dog, maybe your dog is just acting aggressively, won't chill out. You find yourself anxious every single time you leave the house, not knowing if your dog is going to be lunging and barking. God forbid something happens and you love your dog way too much to give up on them, then this 2-day training on how to help your dog calm down is for you. Listen, even if you don't have that dog, you could still benefit from this boot camp because, you could help a fearful or fear reactive dog owner out by understanding them a little bit better. So even if you just want to hop in there to understand them a little bit better, we're going to be talking about why current training methods aren't delivering the results. We're also going to be exploring, I think, the one thing that is missing. It's such a huge part. If I could whittle it down to this one thing, I'm going to tell you right now, it's the one thing no one's talking about, and it's the one thing we should be talking about. We're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. That's elusive, isn't it? You have to join the boot camp to find out. And we're going to explore the truth about what it really takes to make your dog feel safe, secure, and confident. And guess what? It's not found in a cookie jar. That's the truth. That is the honest to God truth. You cannot train fear out of a dog. So what do you do to make your dog feel safe and secure without the cookies, without the training tools, without the gimmicks? We're gonna be talking all about that at this boot camp. You're gonna go to beyondobedience.ca, beyondobedience.ca /bootcamp. Tell your friends, tell all your dog loving friends about the boot camp. Sign up, and then what I want you to do is make sure that you go over and you join the Facebook group. You're going to get an email with the invitation. You're going to get an invitation to sign up for the Facebook group. There's only a few of us in there right now, but we've already started. But you can catch up. We already started. We're going to be doing lots of fun stuff in that Facebook group. We're going to be doing some giveaways. We're going to be doing some live Q&As. If you've got questions, I've got answers. You want to hang out with me? It's 2-day live boot camp, but you can join the Facebook group right now and start having some fun. Be sure to do that, beyondobedience.ca /bootcamp. I will see you there. All right, let's get into this now. Now that we've got that out of the way, I wanted to talk about it because this is the inspiration for the boot camp. If you, again, I'm going to say it one more time. If you could share this, if you know somebody that has a fearful dog, please share this out because I want to help as many people as I can. And this boot camp is 100% free. This is free boot camp stuff. So make sure you share it. All right. So if this is you, if you are in it right now, if you have a fearful, unconfident, and reactive dog, and you are in it right now, and you are just doing all the things, all the walking, all the training, all of the threshold work, all of the stuff. If that is you and you are doing that right now, I want to give you permission to just quit. Oh, that's right. I'm giving you permission to quit. Quit it all. Quit it all. Quit all the things, all the doing, all the training. Quit walking your dog. I'm giving you permission. You can stop walking your dog right now. Just stop. Also, stop. Take a deep breath with me. Just one deep breath. All right. We're going to do a reset. Today is the day. The day that you are hearing this is probably going to be, what's today's date? I'm recording it now. It'll be the 19th, August 19th. On August 19th, we're just going to reset everything. We're going to stop everything. Here's the thing that I want you to know. If you are not enjoying the walk, if you're not enjoying the training, if you're not enjoying all the things that you're doing right now for your dog, newsflash, neither is your dog. If you're saying the words, oh, I have to go walk the dog. If you're doing it with dread in your heart, your dog isn't having any fun either. And the one thing, if you haven't caught the very first episode of this podcast where I talked about the one thing that I learned from the greatest dog, if you haven't caught that episode, check out that episode. But here's the bottom line. If you're not having fun, neither is your dog, and this isn't going to work. And so this is where I'm going to give you permission to just hit pause, please. Just hit pause for a second, and we're going to reset. How are we going to reset? We're going to start at the very, very beginning. I want you to take your dog and say, listen, we're starting over. We're shaking all that off. We're giving ourselves a break right here, right now. Whatever has happened in the past, it was not your fault. You didn't do it wrong. That one quote that said, I know I did things wrong. You didn't do things wrong. Things might have gone wrong. You didn't do things wrong, right? Saying I did it wrong makes it sound like you intentionally did it wrong. You didn't do it wrong. Things went wrong, right? What's that Maya Angelou quote? That's like Maya Angelou, we do things, what is it? This is embarrassing because it is one that I say you should live by. We do what we know, and then when we know better, we do better, or something like that. I'll figure it out. But you know what I'm saying. Basically, you're doing the very best that you can with what you know, and when you know better, you'll do better. And I know that because you're listening to this podcast. You're someone who is seeking out the answers, and if you are a person that's seeking these answers and solutions, you are a person that. I know you didn't do it on purpose. So you need to first of all, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself and let it go. Give yourself some grace. I'll tell you one thing, your dog has forgiven you. Your dog will forgive you far faster than we forgive ourselves. Okay. So forgive yourself. We're starting over. The very first thing, if I were starting over with the dog, the very first thing that I would do, so let's even paint that picture. The very first thing that I do, if I have a dog that comes into me that is unconfident and fearful, is I create a comfort zone. Okay? Now, the comfort zone is it is a space. At this point in time, it's a space. Later on, if you're like working with me later on for fearful dog stuff, you'll learn that I talk about how you can be that comfort zone for your dog. Like you can be that comfort zone. But right now, we're starting over. So just start over with me. Right now, we're going to create a space that is your dog's comfort zone. So what makes a dog a comfort zone? What makes a dog's comfort zone? A comfort zone has to is a space where the dog can predict with 99.99999% accuracy the pattern of predictability. So he's able to predict the outcome of their environment with about 99% accuracy. What does that mean? That means that when your dog is in their comfort zone, no one that the dog doesn't know or trust is allowed to talk to them, touch them, even look at them. No one is allowed to bother your dog while they're in their comfort zone. And they need to know and understand that this is the safest place. No one's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing bad is going to happen. I'm not going to introduce novel new things to you in the comfort zone. That will never happen. The comfort zone is your safe space. Now, ideally, it should be a small space. because you want to make it predictable, right? So it can't be your house. Okay, for those of you that are like, oh, my dog's comfortable, it can't be your house. Here's why. Your house isn't predictable. If you invite people over to your house, that's not predictable. If you have windows, you have windows in your house and then things going on outside your house, sidewalk, the UPS guy shows up, whatever, your house is unpredictable. So we don't want to make it your house. We want to make it a small area. If it's a crate, it's a crate. I mean, I'm a person that loves a good crate. I use it for my fearful dog. As I've mentioned before, my Australian Shepherd is fearful of people. We have crates in our house. The door is open, but she is always allowed to retreat there. And more often than not, when guests come to my house, she will decide on her own that she does not want to be a part of this, and she will go to her crate. That's the beauty of a comfort zone. It's not a place I lock her into. It's her place where she feels safe. That's the difference. Okay, so if it's not a crate, it should be a small area that the dog can get away, right? She's gotta be able, they have to have a place to get away. Okay, and then once we've built that comfort zone, we're going to actually reset, and we're going to start by expanding the dog's world slowly. So if this means, as I mentioned, that you don't have to take your dog for a walk, then don't take your dog for a walk. Now, I know there are going to be some people that are going to come back at me and they're going to say, how does my dog go to the bathroom? What if I don't have a backyard? Whatever. What if the backyard is whatever? Fine. The dog obviously has to go outside to go to the bathroom, but it doesn't have to be the walking event. It could just be for the purpose of going to the bathroom at this point in time. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand out from the dog's comfort zone. So if you look at the comfort zone like a bullseye, the comfort zone in the center of the bullseye, the next ring outside of that bullseye is what I call the learning zone. Okay, that's the learning zone. So we have to ease our dog out of the comfort zone, push them gently, support them gently through into the learning zone so that they can learn things. And this isn't like obedience. I should make that very clear. I'm talking about life learning. So for fearful dogs, it's stuff like the vacuum isn't going to eat me. The blender noise that happens isn't going to kill me. Like all of those kind of things. That's where your dog learns and starts to get like, oh, okay, I survived that. But then we want to allow our dogs the space and time to be able to retreat back to their comfort zone to absorb what they've just learned. And this stage, this part is critical and quite often overlooked, honestly. Where I see a lot of people go wrong is we don't sort of slowly expand out and go into the learning zone and then let the dog retreat back. We instead do stuff like, we're like, come on, dog, we're going in the car. That's a new place. Then we're going to go to PetSmart. Then we're going to go to this. And then we're going to go to that. And we're going to go to this. And meanwhile, we've pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed way too much out into the next layer of that bullseye, which is what I call the zone of terror. You have to say it like that. Zone of terror. So, and then we don't allow the dog the space and the time to go back and absorb what they've learned, to essentially decompress from the thing that was potentially scary. And you yourself know, if you've ever had a scary thing or a fright, you know that when that happens, you have a physiological response to that, right? Your heart rate goes up, your respiration goes up, your adrenaline starts pumping, and then dopamine has to come in to lower all of that adrenaline, and you have to like, whoo, get over it. But it's exhausting. Your body went through a physiological response to that fearful stimulus. So for our dogs are no different. So when we expose them to things and they have a physiological response to it, and we don't allow them that break, that time to come back into their comfort to absorb what they've learned, and then we just keep on hitting them with more and more things, that's when we get dogs that are like, one, they're exhausted, they're overtaxed, they haven't had a chance to calm down, and they get too riled up, right? And so that's what we want to avoid. So the idea here for this reset is to give yourself the grace to not have to do all the things, to start again. We're going to build that comfort zone, make sure your dog's comfortable. How do you know it's a comfort zone? Is if your dog is actually comfortable. That's that's how we know. Is your dog actually comfortable? Can they rest and relax in their comfort zone? If they're worried, if they're paid, that's why I say houses aren't a good thing. I see lots of people with fearful dogs and they're like, I want them to have the run of the house. What does the dog do while they're gone? Just runs around the house pacing, barking, and reacting to everything. That's not restful. That's not comfort. Okay? Think about what you would want for your comfort zone, what comfort means to you, and that's what you want to create for your dog. Okay? So the idea here is to give yourself a break, give your dog a break. We're going to just start slowly. Expand out slowly. We're going to build your dog's world from the comfort zone out. Okay? And if you're someone that's like, I have to take my dog out for a pee, then take them out for that, bring them back in. And I know what you're going to say to me. You're going to say, but Tracy, what do we do with the dogs? My dog has all this energy. My dog has all this other, like, what do I do then? If I'm not walking the dog, what do I do? Well, you tell me. What does your dog like to do? Because I'll tell you right now, it's not the walk, right? They might like sniffing and whatnot, but if you are taking them out for a walk and they're reacting and reacting and reacting, they're not enjoying that walk. So what is your dog's favorite thing to do? Is it sniffing? Because we can create that inside or in your backyard if your backyard is peaceful, right? What is your dog's superpower? What is their genetic drive? What part of them is like what is their fulfillment, right? For a lot of dogs, it's not actually the walk. It's what they can maybe get from the walk, but it's not actually the walk. So what is that for your dog? I know some of my terrier friends aren't going to like that, but you know what terriers like to do? They just like to dig things, like to dig up things, right? Can we somehow support that? Can we do, this requires a bit of space, but I've seen people that do the ball pools, right? You see, get the kiddie pool and then you get those plastic balls or whatnot, or you can just use recycled, like water bottles and stuff like that. Put them in the pool, put some treats underneath, and have your dog dig around and try to find that. And then you get to delight in your dog doing these things. You get to be a part of that joyfully. So hear me again when I say this, because I know I'm kind of driving this point home a lot. But if you do not enjoy the training, the walking, and all the doing, neither does your dog. And one of the best ways that you can help heal your relationship with your fearful dog right here, right now, is to stop doing the things that aren't working. Stop doing the things that both you and your dog hate and start doing the things that you both will love. Right? I know for me, getting to see a dog do what they're genetically born to do lights me up. I delight in my dogs getting to do the things that they want to do. And when you start to delight in those things again, you're going to start to remember why you wanted this dog. You're going to start to remember and love the things that you love about this dog. And we're going to take a break from all the other things. Does that mean we're not going to work on those things moving forward? No, of course not. Of course we're going to work on those, because I know at the end of the day, you want to be able to take your dog for a walk. You want to be able to take your dog places. That was the whole point of this. We will get there. But for today, if you are in it, if you are in the messy middle of this and you are just at your wit's end, permission to quit. Permission to quit it all and start over. Okay. And step one is build that comfort zone. Does that help? I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Step two, of course, is going to be sign up for the boot camp. Sign up for the Calm Down Dog boot camp happening September 9th and 10th. It's a live 2-day online event, absolutely free. You can come join me over in the Facebook. We're going to be talking about, going over why things aren't working for you. We're going to be talking about the one powerful thing that will change your dog's behavior. I know it to be true. And we're also going to be talking about and uncovering the truth about what it does take to actually make your dog feel safe and confident and secure. And it's not found. I'm going to say it again. It's not found in a bag of treats. It's not found in a bag of treats. Okay. We're going to be talking about all of those things. Be sure to sign up. You're going to go to beyondobedience.ca /bootcamp. Sign up. Even if you can't make it live, sign up. You'll get the replays. Be a part of the Facebook group. Come on over there. Say hello. Let me, obviously give me a picture of your dog. Like that's the first thing, right? That's the first thing that's got to happen. You come over to that Facebook group, you drop a pic of your dog, and then we're going to get started. I'm really excited about this. I hope you are too. Once again, that link for that is beyondobedience.ca /bootcamp. I will see you there. As always, get out there today and be the person that your dog thinks you are, because your dog thinks that you are amazing. And so do I. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye for now. Oh, and one more thing. This podcast is meant for entertainment and education purposes only, and is not meant to replace hands-on professional training. If you are struggling with your dog's behavior, please seek a professional in your area to help you in person. All right, I think that's it. Bye for now.